Hello, my name's James O'Brien. I'm the Operations Director of iIntro. I want to share with you how we can help you secure more meetings with clients and prospects. One of the questions we're often asked is, how can I win more meetings, or how can I secure more meetings with clients? And the reality is, although we live in a world of email communications and marketing communications and social media, the good old telephone is still one of our best friends in this side of things. But what do you say when you actually pick up the phone and speak to a client or a prospect? It's one of those things that's been going around for years about what are the best methods. So what we'd like to do is help you with a couple of thoughts that you might want to use next time you're picking up the phone and speaking to either clients or prospects about securing a further meeting with them. First of all, it's important to understand the psychology of what's going on here. When you speak to a client or a prospect, so somebody you know or don't know, the reality is they need something to hook onto. So you need a marketing hook in your script, and it's a script that you need. Now, the great thing about scripts is once you've learned them, you can deliver them. It's what we call the flow. So you'll hear this, people you think, wow, they sound great on the phone. Well, that's just they've practiced it an awful lot. So you have to think about what your marketing hooks are. What do you want to achieve in your conversation with that when you make that call? So I've got some thoughts for you here around what you need to say to an existing client. Now, when you're picking up the phone to an existing client, there's a phrase in marketing which is about know, like, and trust. Now, by definition, a client should be somebody who knows you, who likes you, and trusts you. So what are your hooks going to be when you're making a call to that particular client? And think about what is it that you're looking to achieve in the meeting with the client. So is it to show them a new piece of technology? Is it to show them your new methodology or something different about your service? So why would the client give you, let's say, 30 minutes of their time? Think about it for a moment. What are the things that you're going to say? So there are two words that I want you to be aware of that will help you secure that meeting with a client who knows you, likes you, and trusts you. Now the two words are, first one is help. And you probably know, you've probably heard this one before perhaps. But why do we say help? Well, psychologically, when I ask you for help, if I know you, like you, and trust you, the immediate response is to say, how can I help you? Now, so if you start a telephone call with a client and the phone will say, hi James, I wonder if I'm just giving you a call today, how are you doing? You get through the usual platitudes and say, listen, I really need your help. Now the initial reaction of the client say, well, how can they help you? Because you're opening yourself up to those people. So help is a critical hook in the early part of your call. Then also you've got to go on to the body of the call to actually sort of tell them what you want the help on. You want to show off something new, or you want to talk to them about a specific topic. It might be a piece of research that you're doing. Ultimately, you've actually got to sort of have your own body of content in there. But you need to finish the call with the second hook. And the second hook, I'm going to write this down, is appreciate your opinions. So you're telling them why you want to talk to them, because their opinions matter. So it has to be said with some sincerity that you appreciate their opinions because what they say matters, and you're going to take their views on board in deciding how you actually move forward on whatever the topic might be. So you first of all ask them, can you give me some help? Because I need some help, I'm opening myself up. You tell them what you need help on, might be looking to introduce a new piece of technology into your recruitment process, and then you ask them for their opinion. What do you think about that? Do you think it's something that would work for you guys in your company next time you're hiring? Could be as basic as that. And the answer will hopefully be yes. And you can say, great, so when can I come to see you? Next week or the week after. And you can give them your close. But what that'll do, those two little phrases can be two keys that open up the door, and they're called marketing hooks. So please consider them next time you're phoning your clients. Now, the next thing to look at is obviously, what are the hooks you need when you're talking to a prospect? Somebody on the know, like, trust scale doesn't even know you, they don't yet like you, and they probably certainly don't trust you. So here's the old proverbial cold call. Now, in our experience, this is happening less and less nowadays because marketing communications will lead to a call being perhaps lukewarm. Somebody may have downloaded one of your ebooks or responded to a comment you made or an article you posted on LinkedIn, for example. But the same principle that we shared with you with regards to what you say to a client, the same principle still holds true. You have to have some marketing hooks in your script. And you have to think about these very, very carefully before you make your call. And yes, practice it with your team, practice it with your colleagues, practice it with your partners, whoever it happens to be, practice your script. And then it comes off as second nature. So in that call, you're going to think about, what are the hooks I need in this one? Now, if you ask somebody you don't know for help, listen, most people are nice, but they're really going to wonder how they can help you or why they should help you. So that isn't a good hook for you on your call to a cold call. Yeah, appreciate your opinions. Well, that might fit in, but depends on how that call has gone. Now, in our experience, when you're phoning up a client to arrange a meeting, you'll do that in a couple of minutes. When you're phoning up a new prospect, that call is likely to take several minutes if it's going to be successful. It'll only take 30 seconds if the client blows you out straight away because you haven't practiced your script. So what you've got to do is, think about your opening. Yeah. What are you going to say to them? Yeah. In terms of, so when you're calling them up, why should they listen to you? They get calls every day from most recruiters. So why don't you start up with something like, hey, listen, I know you probably get calls from recruiters on most days, and most of them tell you how they're the best thing since sliced bread. Well, listen, I confess, we've not spoken to you before, but I do want to share something that's very different with you. I want to share with you, and then you have to hit them with your opening. You've got to hit them with basically your elevator pitch, which is going to describe in no more than 3 bullet points about what it is that you consider. Now, so what are the things that we say at TIE Intro? We say that we're going to help clients reduce their commercial downtime. By clients, I mean employers, by the way. So we're going to help employers reduce the commercial downtime. We're going to help them improve their new employee retention rates, and we're going to reduce their overall cost to hire. So 3 bullet points that if I get my way with the client, I'm going to have the ability to expand on each of those points and say what they mean. So, 3 points of interest or differentiation, yeah? Something that's going to make the ears of the prospect prick up and make them think, okay, well, tell me more, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this conversation to carry on. So when I come out with our 3 points of differentiation or interest in the client, I know that I can pivot from those particular points and actually start to talk a little bit more. And what I'm trying to do here is engage the client. So what things attract their attention? Well, you said I can reduce the overall cost to hire. What do you mean by that? Now, they may have thought I said I'm reducing my recruitment fee, which isn't what I said. So I'm going to say, well, actually, we actually run something called a recruitment process audit with you. We identify what the current costs in your recruitment business are, and I believe that I can actually help you reduce those. Let me show you how. Again, it leads on to the conversation. That's what I want to talk about when I come to see you. So you use 3 points of interest to grab that, and then obviously you've still got to close off the meeting. So again, it could be opinions. Again, you're being non-threatening. You want to get a meeting with this person because when you actually get the meeting, that's when you're going to hit them with your hard pitch. And from that side of things, you've just got to think about what that script is going to be. So think your script through, plan it, but you've got to make the call. If you don't make the call, you're not going to get through there. Clients aren't going to arrange meetings with you just purely over email. The reality is you need something of interest that's going to sort of catch their interest. Then make sure you follow up after that call with an email confirmation, telling the client what you're going to be thinking about, setting the agenda for your meeting, which we cover in another video that you're welcome to watch. But if you do that type of thing, then again, you're likely to secure more meetings. Hope you've enjoyed this short video. If we think it can help you, then please do get in touch with us. We offer you a free consultation where we'll share with you how you can actually sort of change the way that you do business. I look forward to speaking to you in the very near future.